Ike Diaz live with the amazing Flat Earth Focker. We're gonna do it big tonight, guys. What's going on, Flat Earth Focker? AKA Mac.
I'm doing okay, bro. I'm doing okay.
My TV was still on, man. Dang it. It's gonna go turn it down. It's cool to be here with you, man. It's been a long time, man, and I think we got a few things to talk about, man. There's been a lot of things going on this last few months, and I didn't even get to talk to you about what happened in Dallas, but that's a private conversation. That's why I've been wanting to talk to you, but I know we're on different country lines, man. So let me know what's going on real quick.
What do you mean?
Like, where you at? What you vacationing and what's going on with all that?
Yeah, I'm down in Mexico right now. The weather was shit. It hasn't been really the best time. It was supposed to be sunny for the whole time I was here, but it hasn't been really cloudy. It was supposed to be sunny for the whole. And what's going on here? Hold on, I'm getting double. Is that on your end? Yeah.
No, everything's turned down on my end. I made sure. There's nothing up over here.
Do I have an extra window here?
No, let me make sure. I was on your page because I put it in my description. Let me make sure it's not on. Yeah, wow, your page is on still, but I just clicked out of it, so we're good. But I still hear something, huh? Listen. Turn it down. Is it down?
Yours is slow.
Why am I hearing something?
It's slow on this end.
I know it always comes in slow.
That's what you're hearing.
Okay. All right, let's. I think we're okay. I do hear some extra sound, but I don't know why. That's weird. Everything's off. So, hey Jimmy, what's going on, man? Thanks for being here, brother. Rick Swain in the house. Amber, what's going on? Kathy, Charlie, what's going on? Thanks for being here. You guys are amazing. I got the amazing Flat Earth Focker, the famous Flat Earth Focker. This guy's famous worldwide now, across the flat plane. Jeez, man, I see him everywhere now.
Oh, come on, Ike Diaz.
So what's going on with the weather? My bad, man. I was trying to make sure that sound was off, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, so it was supposed to be sunny, blue skies, nice and hot, but the second day I arrived here, there was some kind of monsoon rain happening. My luggage didn't show up. It took me 3 days to get my luggage. So just a matrix attack. And I'm supposed to be skydiving down here. There's an event happening, and just poor weather is hampering that enjoyment for me. And then the last few days, it's no jumping, and it's just, again, monsoon rain last night, lots of rain today. So that's where I'm at. I came here to get refreshed and recharged, and I feel more aggravated. Like, not the first time it's happened to me, I didn't get my luggage. So here I am in a tropical, humid country when I land, and I'm wearing sweatpants and a full sleeve shirt, and I'm sweating. And I got to go shopping, trying to, get like underwear and socks and that, and until I get my luggage, and then just buying more clothes. I did all my shopping, made sure I had everything I needed for my trip, and to come down here and have to waste a couple of days taking care of that silliness. Then I found out my luggage, the airline gave me wrong information in terms of, when my bag's going to arrive, and it arrived the next day. And then they're trying to blame me for waiting 3 days to contact them. But that's what they told me to do, is call them on Monday. I landed Friday afternoon, and then they told me to call on Monday because that's the next flight from Vancouver down here, and my bags will probably be on that flight. But I guess they got it onto another airline there was over 20 people that didn't get their bags.
Wow.
There was a lot of bags. Yeah, dude.
That's quite a bit, dude.
That's quite a bit. And the guy who takes reports for people's luggage not showing up, he ran out of forms. And he's like, go outside and talk to the airline and make the report out there. But I get Mexican immigration pulled me to the side and wanted me to pay some duties on something I brought over. they wasted like 40 minutes trying to charge me $31. And by the time I get outside, all the airline employees for this airline are gone, Air Transat. So I couldn't even make my report. And the lady in Montreal is telling me, oh, you got to make the report for missing luggage with the airport. So I spent an hour and a half talking to like 10 people, and they're like, you got to talk to Air Transat. So I just got tossed around like a pinball and just, yeah, it's just, I'm just trying to think, what's this all about, man? I came here to get refreshed and recharged and, you know, enjoy myself. And I just got major matrix. It's like, seems like nothing's going my way.
Wow, man.
The world famous Focker is getting punched out by the Matrix.
I know, man. That's what I keep telling people, man. Because I want to get into this NPC thing, man. Because I watched the video you posted. I know it's been a while, but it was a great video, man. And I never call anybody that, but it was pretty serious. But I was going to ask you, are you with family or friends down there? Or are you by yourself, or how you doing it?
I'm by myself. I'm staying by myself. I was supposed to meet somebody here, but he hasn't been showing up. I was supposed to come down with someone and, well, tentatively, and they bailed. But, you know, I'm making new friends here, right? There's skydivers. Been hanging out with some of them just, you know, while we're not jumping, talking, getting to know each other, and yeah, just socializing. So,
yeah. How much more time you got down there?
I come back Wednesday, man.
Really?
Couple more days. I wish I was back home now. I mean, the weather's just not going to be good. Like I said, I just feel like it's unproductive. I've got so much stuff to do back home that I just wish I was back home. I mean, this has changed. I'm in Puerto Vallarta, and it's changed since I was
Puerto Vallarta. I haven't been there forever, man. Since my college days, man.
Yeah, dude. I was here twice in the early 2000s, maybe like 90, maybe around 99 and 2003. It's changed, man. This hotel I got's in a shopping mall. They got like Calvin Klein and all this Hugo Boss and all this stuff down here. Just very contemporary, man. It's not the Mexico I remember. So, I mean, it's still a little bit cheaper than back home. But, you know, it's not dirt cheap. And they got all these trendy contemporary restaurants and bars now. I mean, they've joined the materialistic world now. So it's kind of sad. Like I'm seeing so many like BMWs and Audis and, you know, like expensive cars on the road, and it's just different. It's just more Americanized, right? More materialistic.
I know, you know, you got these elites moving down there, you know, getting all these new houses and stuff down in Mexico. It's pretty crazy, man. To hear that kind of stuff. So it's like we have a family house down there in Mexico. We have a family house in Rosarita. I don't know if you know where that is. Or if you've ever been there.
Not really.
Yeah, it's just a place where our family could go and hang out, you know, and it's right by the beach, you know, like you climb over the mountain and you're right at the beach, man. So it's really cool. But
Rosarita?
Rosarita, yeah, Rosarita. My Latino background, I can't say I got a Latino background and I can't speak Spanish very good, bro. It's not cool, man. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I think you're pretty far from there, actually, dude. Now that I think, you know, thinking about it, but it's a beautiful place, man.
Tijuana.
Yeah, it's right out of Tijuana. It's beautiful though. It's a beautiful place, man.
Oh, yeah, the pictures look pretty good.
Yeah, when you see it in person, you're gonna be like, wow, this place is amazing, man. I lived down there for like 2 months, man, and I still didn't learn Spanish, bro. But I made I made a decision to go ahead and learn Spanish, man, just because I'm in Colorado, so everybody out here speaks Spanish, man. It's crazy. So I just made a decision to go ahead and learn it, man. Learn. I'm gonna try to learn a couple languages, though. I'm not gonna stick to just one, you know.
Yeah, it's good. Languages are good. I forgot. I haven't been down here in so long that I used to, you know, be able to communicate a small bit in Spanish, but It's just amazing. I can't remember the simplest things that I used to know how to say. I feel really bad. I want to get, and there's a skydiver guy. He worked down here in Mexico for 2 years, and his Spanish is fluent. So I've been hanging out with him, and he's been translating for me, and I feel real bad because back in 2006, we were in Costa Rica, and I was communicating with everybody in like really broken Spanish. Like I can't even remember like more than 10 words right now. I feel pretty bad, man, like what's happened. So
Yeah,
I'd like to get going in Spanish.
That's pretty crazy. We already got a dislike on us, man. It's pretty cool. Because I don't hardly get dislikes, man, so it's weird.
That's for me. I'm getting disliked.
They love you, man. They love you, man. No, but it's pretty crazy, man. So let's, tonight's FE Monday. I held number 33 for like 2 weeks just so I can get you on number 33. You know what I mean? You know why? You know the deal with the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Thanks. Appreciate that.
It's number 130, kind of 13, and then 33, and then I got co-host Flat Earth Focker. FE is mainstream. That's our new hashtag. FE is mainstream. That's what we're trying to run with, man. So it's pretty cool.
I like it.
Pretty cool, man. We're trying to push that a little bit. FE is, man, it is mainstream. Look at the Super Bowl. Had that commercial saying the Earth is flat, man. You saw it. I didn't really watch the Super Bowl, but I saw that commercial. That one commercial I did watch.
Alexa.
Yeah, that Alexa commercial. The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. So a while back, before the convention, this last convention, you posted the video about the NPC, and it was really interesting. And I really try to explain it to people because they don't understand it. And the reason I'm bringing this up, because I had a girl on here about 3 weeks ago, and I started talking to her about the FE movement, Pharmakeia, and you could tell she broke in her head. You could tell, and she just shut off the screen and it was over. So could you please tell us just a little bit more about it so people understand it? Because I think people are not getting the hint of it.
So sorry. Explain to me what happened with this girl. You had her on the show. She wasn't a flat earther.
No. She's still in the matrix. She's still in the system. But I've been trying to help her grow her channel. She wants to get monetized. She wants to go through all that. So I got her on the thing, and I said, it's a FE channel. It's a flat Earth channel. And I said, we're going to talk flat Earth at the end. I'll say, we'll do your grow your channel, try to get some new subscribers for you. And then as soon as that's over, we will talk a little bit about the FE movement and stuff. So we started getting into it. We were talking about Pharmakeia and a few different things, and her eyes kind of bugged out, and she just shut off the screen, man. It just ended right there. And I've heard you talk about that before. I've heard you talk about
sorry, what's Pharmakeia?
The pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
So, but I've heard you talk about talking about the FE movement with people, and you could tell them go off into a different world.
They glitch out.
Yeah, they glitch out. I've heard you say that in so many of your live streams. So I just want you to kind of explain it a little bit for people.
Well, the realization I had about a year ago, we're trying to figure out our friends and family and people that we're trying to red pill, why they just don't get it, why they keep holding on to the globe, why they don't want to see the truth, why they're just not able to lift the veils and see the deception. And came to the realization that the people are pre-programmed to kind of be stuck in a track, the kids' cars. Or I remember when you were a kid, we had race tracks, and the car had a little thing on the bottom, and it would zip around. I don't know if you played those.
Yeah, definitely. Those were so cool when we were kids, man.
Yeah, those were so cool. But the car can't go off the track. So what happens with people's mind is they're programmed to think a certain way. And I used to think it was cognitive dissonance, but that's just their thinking, and that's the only thing that they can think. That's the only path they can follow. And any attempt to kind of steer them away from that line of thinking, as we take them there, they just glitch out and go back on track. Like they just can't comprehend this. Like I've been flat smacking people down here, right? They know I'm a flat earther. I got it on my helmet, flat earth stickers. and I've had several conversations with people, and it just comes down. They just start glitching out. You can see people just glitch out, literally, like not be able to take that information and go back to their pre-programmed way. So NPC stands for non-player character or non-playable character. It's I guess it's a term from the video game community. Like, when you play video games, you have an avatar, and there's other uh, characters in the background that are part of the system that you got to play against. I like to say, like a movie. You watch the screen and you've got the main characters, but then you got all the extras and the background people. They're not going to have any parts, and they're not really, gonna change the dynamic of the story. It could even be someone with a couple of lines, like a pizza guy showing up and go, here's your pizza, that's $20 or whatever, right? And then he goes away. So these people don't really have any sway in the storyline, and so it's kind of like a background player, non-playable character that is not able to use discernment, and they're just, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what their role here is, because there's millions, tens of millions, billions. I don't know I think the population of the Earth is about 1.5 million myself, maybe 2 billion tops, but I don't even think it's 2 billion. I think it's only about 1.5 billion. I think the 7-8 billion crap that they feed us is another hoax. So you got like a couple of like 1 billion people that are, I don't know what they're doing here, man. They're just here to eat shit, drink, and enjoy themselves, man. But they offer a supporting role. Like the NPC could be the dentist or the optometrist or the mechanic. They learn their craft for this matrix, and they're there to help us. Like, my car breaks down. Okay, I gotta, or I get in an accident. Okay, the body shop guy's really good at, repairing, doing the body work, and he's gonna fix it well. Or somebody's gonna fix some kind of mechanical problem, or I'm gonna go to the dentist. You know what I mean? Things like that, or whatever. Like, these people are NPCs, or the flight attendant or the pilot who brought me down here. These people are going to be NPCs, kind of making this system work, and carrying out the script or the program that the script wants to carry out. And here we are, those that can see and lift the veils of the illusion of this world where we live. And we realize that we're slaves, and life should be better, and we want a better life, and we're trying to get our loved ones and our friends, families, and even strangers, like people like me and Dave, Zoom Truth, and Josh and Marilyn, and all these people, John Smith, go on the street, and we're trying to wake people up, because we care for our fellow man and woman, brother and sister, and we want to wake them up so we can end this human enslavement that we're subjected to. And yet these people, they just can't wake up. And then you give them the truth, you put it right in front of them, they just glitch out. I was talking 9/11 with this guy. This guy's got like Middle Eastern heritage. He's from Eastern Canada, and somehow terrorism came up, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What terrorism is real? And they're like, duh, 9/11. And actually, five of us there. I was like, you think 9/11 was terrorists? And you got to be kidding me, dude. And he's like, yeah, man, don't get started with that conspiracy theory bullshit. And then 5 other guys that were sitting there, we all laid into him. Like, at least these guys were woke to, the 9/11 deception. Maybe they're not buying into flat earth. But this guy, like, we just hit him with no plane, CGI. Where's there was demolition. It was controlled demolition. All these facts, 4 or 5 guys are hitting with him, and he just glitched the fuck out, man. He's not going to let go of the fact that it was. He's like, oh, back in my country, I'm Middle Eastern, and back home we know that it was our own people that blew up the towers, which is crazy that he wants to hold on to that belief. Here comes 4 or 5 dudes that are telling him 9/11 is an inside job. It's really fishy. Look into it.
Yeah.
It's not what we've been told. But this guy doesn't want to accept that. He wants to hold on to what mainstream media is telling him. And where are all the plane parts? Why did they take the rubble away within 2 weeks without any forensic evidence? forensic investigation. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I asked him a bunch of questions about 9/11, just like shrugging his shoulder, glitching out. He doesn't want to contemplate the facts. So, there's your NPC that glitches out. And it's hard for people to, I guess, handle. It's just myself and several other people have come to this conclusion. I know you're not going to call people NPCs yet, and that's fine because maybe I'm being real severe, and it's pretty harsh to call a human being an NPC. But I think these people are a different breed of, fake human beings, maybe soulless shells. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't. You know how I am. I don't cuss. I don't say anything like that. So I kind of keep things like mutually stable. I guess I could say it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like to rock the boat.
Yeah, I try to keep things even because there's so much stuff out there, dude, that people keep saying, and like I have to make sure the facts are facts. You know what I mean? I can't just go with somebody's narrative that we don't know what's going on with their narrative. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I understand.
that's a big concern for me. I'll be honest with you. Like, I have to, discern basically. Like all of us, we all have to discern and make the right decision because we could be put in the wrong position a lot of times because, excuse me, because we could be hearing the wrong information and not know the truth. So my whole thing is if it's out there, bring the actual paperwork to me. Don't bring screenshots and all that crazy stuff. I'm not into all that, but that's another story. I don't want to get into that. But I want to take us up into the. I don't know if it's cool with you if you want to talk about this. You had a really cool video of your fight at the, or you're close to fight at the last convention, man. So could we talk a little bit about that, or how do you feel about that?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Just what was going on, man? What was it? He said something wrong, or what happened?
Well, no, how did it start? I guess Nathan Thompson, something happened with Nathan Thompson earlier that day. And this George guy, I think, I can't remember his last name. So I had a chat with him, and the guy's a complete ball licker. And later on that night, as we'd started to drink, I guess there was another guy with him who might be M. Stone, apparently, who trolls all these flat Earth chats. And yeah, so we're sitting there talking, and I'm talking to them, and then they got pretty triggered, or the M. Stone guy got pretty triggered, and then somebody had to come by, and like I walked away. And then I realized I didn't have my vape, and I come back to the table, and I'm like, yo, what happened to my vape? And I'm being all calm, and they're like, we don't have your vape. I go, dude, it was just here like 10 seconds ago. I know it was here. I put it here. And they're denying that they had my vape. So I'm like, okay, well, one of you guys have it? And then they got really mad. Like, what would we want with your vape? We don't smoke. Get the hell out of here. And they were like getting aggressive with me. And just as I was about to walk away, I saw my vape sticking out of this M. Stone guy's pocket.
Wow.
And I'm like, there it is. You got it in your pocket. And then, of course, I got pretty heated the fact that they blatantly lied and tried to say they hadn't seen my vape when there it was. He took it and put it off the table and put it into his pocket. And then when he had it in his hand, and I tried to take it, get it back from him, I put my hand on it, and his hand was still on it, and he kind of wouldn't let go. And then I pulled on it a little bit, and he pulled back on it, and I let go. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on here? That's not yours. Give it back. And then it got pretty heated. Anyways, I got my vape back, and then I walked away, and then I was just talking to some people about what they did, and they were blatantly stole my vape. And then Greg Wiska went over there to say something to him, and then Thompson went over there, and I went back over, and then the guy started being a bit cocky and aggressive, wanted maybe to egg us on for a physical altercation, and it was just like, well, let's go outside. Let's step outside. I'm ready to go. I took off my my bag, and I go, let's go outside. And then he took a straw and he had water in it, and he kind of spit it in my face. And just before I got out of hand, I think David Weiss and Rick Hummer came over and were like, guys, like, stop this. We don't need this right now. I'm like, dude, this guy's a thief. He stole my vape and he just spit in my face. But they pulled me aside and to de-escalate the situation. They were like, no, we don't need this. We don't need this. And then it wasn't until later that they realized and accepted who these guys were and what they had done. But initially, they just thought they were a couple of regular, people at the conference or not at the conference, that we were having a kind of a argument over flat Earth, and it had nothing to do with flat Earth. It was just their horrible character.
That is so crazy, man. That is a crazy story, man. We're gonna talk off air. We're gonna talk about why I wasn't there, because it was a whole miss. It was terrible. My son bought my ticket and everything for the convention, man. But I'll get into it later, man. So, but I didn't even ask for the money back for the ticket because it was my fault. I didn't make it. You know what I mean? So I let him keep the money. But my son was because it was my birthday, so my son bought the ticket for me. But we'll talk about everything later. So let's move a little bit forward. There was another clip of you, and it looked like you were a little buzzed, and you were talking to Dirth, and he was getting a little anxious, man. What's going on with that, man? You remember what I'm talking about?
I don't remember that.
No? Yeah.
No.
I don't remember that. Ike Diaz, I don't remember that, dude. Yeah, there was a clip of you, and I was wondering what was going on with that, man. It was so weird to me. It was just off the wall weird.
It was on one of my streams, or
yeah, it was on your stream, and you were talking with him, and just some weird stuff. It just seemed weird to me, man.
Yeah, I don't remember anything weird happening with.
No, it wasn't like a fight or nothing. It was just the situation seemed like it didn't seem normal. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, like abnormal in what way?
Just like it just seemed like awkward. That's what I mean. The situation just seemed awkward.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe he didn't want to talk to me because I had a few drinks. Maybe.
Okay. I don't drink, but I wanted to be down there and party with you, man. I was so upset with myself, dude. You don't know, man. You have no clue. But I'm going to let you know when we talk on the phone again, man. I just don't want to say it over the air because it was a big miscommunication, man. It was crazy. So there's a couple things going on with the I wanted to ask you your opinion. I don't know how big you are in the sports at all, but you know about the Kobe Bryant thing, man. And I already have my opinion on it. But I wanted to see if you looked at numbers or if you looked at anything about the whole situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not buying it. The helicopter crash that they show is not even the same helicopter. So it's just another big celebrity hoax as far as I'm concerned. Another pissed, as Matt likes to say, another pissed on breadcrumb, another rabbit hole they want us to go down. I mean, I'm auto hoaxing it, right? I'm an auto hoaxer.
Yeah.
So for me, just at the initial look, as Russian Vid says, it doesn't pass the.
It doesn't pass the smell test. Yeah, I got you. So, even Carl said there was 3 different helicopters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's just bullshit. I don't know where Kobe Bryant is or where he decided to go live on some island with, Bruce Lee and Elvis and all these. Well, they're probably dead by now, but
Isn't it the weirdest thing though, man? Like I told my cousin, I don't like to say this a lot, but they all signed the Baphomet ticket, man. And when it's their number, man. I'm just going to be honest with you.
You think they're really dead or they're sacrificed?
No. I don't think they're dead. Is my opinion. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
because you know I did the 27, 33, and 42 club, right? You know I did that video.
No,
And, you know Kobe Bryant is basically part of the 42 club now. You know, people who
so
died.
there's 27 and 32 and
No, 27, 33, and 42, and 56. So I'm going to do a part 2 about the 56 club. So there's the 27 club, 33 club, and the 42 club. And there's so many movie stars, football players, you know, everybody that have passed at those ages. So I went back and I did a video on that, and this was a while back, I reposted it, and right after Kobe passed, or whatever, allegedly, and it got a lot of views and a lot more likes, man. So I was pretty happy. But it was an old video, and it was early on in this channel, so I was still kind of learning my way around everything. But I think it was a pretty good video, and a lot of people liked it. But like I said, I'm gonna do the 56 club. You know, I'm gonna do the 56 club because there's a couple of actors that I like, that I know of, that are in the 56 club. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of the 42 club. I knew about the 27 club. So
yeah. So if you look at the dates of Kobe's age, it comes out to 42. Not the months, but the years come out to 42. So that's why I said he's part of the 40, because they keep saying he's 41, but in all reality, he's in the 42 club because of the years and the date. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, man. I don't know if you've seen our video, but we you know we're trying to do. You know, I got so much on my mind, and we're doing so many things. So me and my cousin did kind of a little of a comedy about the coronavirus, and it's called the Modalaverse coronavirus. So it's really funny. You got to see. It's on Team FE, Reggie's page. He's here right now, Team Flat Earth. We post those videos on his page. They're just goofy little videos to keep our mind off everything. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of videos to post now, but if you get a chance, it's only like 1 minute. It's not very long. But
okay.
Tell me where you're at with this. We already know RFB came out and said the Peral cures it. We looked at Lysol. Lysol actually said it on Lysol. It says it cures the coronavirus. You know, so what are you thinking there?
Well, I auto hoaxed it, you know, off the bat.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the same kind of shit that, you know, with Ebola and Zika and all these other SARS and swine flu and all of this nonsense. I just watched a video as I was waiting for you to go live here on the high impact vlogs, Brian's channel, and it was a guy in China making a video, sending it out to YouTube, that basically people really are sick and dying in this Wuhan province, and the government is basically not helping them out, and the hospitals are just sending people away. So, you know, it's kind of new information for me, the fact that maybe this is a real bioweapon that they're trying to spread for population, some kind of population control.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm inclined to auto hoax it, but I don't know. Listening to this guy talk, he seemed pretty legit and really sincere and emotional. Let me see if I can find see if that's in my history.
It's you know, it's you know, I've watched, like, not just RFB but several channels, and they keep talking about it's for the forced vaccines, you know, because they do want to force the vaccines on us, and you know, none of us take those vaccines, especially us in this community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, what they're saying. Yeah, I don't have a definite answer. I mean, they're saying that's spreading to Europe, and there's a case or death in America and in Europe, but it just doesn't make any sense, man. It looks pretty hokey to me.
Yeah, just here in Colorado alone, a couple hundred people die from the flu every year. So and that's not even that many people have died, from my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong, but hopefully not that many people will die. But I know here in Colorado that happens because we get the freeze and people, there's older people and people pass away from that stuff. So I understand it. This is across the United States though in the wintertime. So we know what's going to happen. So Ike Diaz live with the famous Flat Earth Focker. We're doing it big tonight, guys. I want to say thank you to everybody that's here. Me and Focker are getting into some great conversations. I'm enjoying it. How you feeling, Focker? Are you tired?
I'm feeling good, but I'm gonna cut it up in a little bit here. We'll go about an hour.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
It's like midnight. I wanted to get up in the morning.
Yeah, I try to do an hour every time. But every time I try to do an hour, it ends up 3 hours. So, but we'll focus on just 1 hour and knock it out, man. Knock it out the box. So if you're still in the house, say hello. If you got any questions, drop your questions in the chat box. That'd be awesome. We got Focker in the house, and I know we talked a little bit about the future of your content, man. Could you put that on us, or do you want to wait? Or what are you thinking on that? Like, could you give us some kind of information, dude? Because people really enjoy what you do. I enjoy what you do. I look forward to your videos, and you know that we've known each other for a long time. And I always stop by. Sometimes I'm late, but I always stop by and say, "Hey, Focker, what's going on?" You know what I mean? From either my page or my backup page.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm about ready to just go into seclusion, join the 42 or the 27 club myself, man. Like, you know what I mean?
But you're 45 and 46 already, so
yeah, the 47 club.
The 47 club for Focker, huh?
Yeah, just like join the likes of some of these other guys on YouTube and the Flat Earth community that just decided to I just don't see the point of it. I mean, it's good to hear that you enjoy and look forward to my videos and what I do and what I gotta say, and I appreciate that. I'm just having a inner battle on whether what's happening in my life and all the stress and neglect in my personal life and where I'm at. Am I actually serving myself best by being on YouTube? I got to play, back and forth with the people that say they appreciate, my voice, and how it helps them. So I have to balance that decision with, my personal life and kind of make a decision what's right for me. But the kind of person I am, if people are benefiting from, what I have to say, then I kind of think that I owe them a responsibility. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I'm just kind of taking a break here. I mean, I felt like going live a bunch of times, even down here, because I've had a lot of downtime, right? I'm not really doing anything here. I'm on vacation. So, but there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about, just things like how Portavirus changed, just what's happening in the world, it's just, just things like, you look at this fucking, when I had to go shopping for clothes on the weekend there, it's like everything just sucks. It's just so fucking faggy and girly. And, you look at a guy from behind wearing these skinny jeans and you can't tell if it's a guy or a fucking girl. This world is just sick. And, I mean, I could talk about these topics, but then I look at my life. So as far as what's happening, I felt like hitting delete on my channel and just deleting everything and just getting rid of it and just go off into the sunset and never be heard from again. I've played around with that, and I don't need to talk about it or tell anybody, yeah, I'm leaving YouTube, right? You got to play with. So, I mean, you're asking me, so that's why I'm answering.
Yeah,
because
thank you.
I'm honest, right? But I'm like, do I need to make a video to say I'm leaving? I'm going in the sunset? No, like I don't need to do that. If I'm gonna leave, I should just friggin' leave. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'm just being emotional or letting the stress of my life get to me, and that I should just not make any content and leave the channel there. And, you know, maybe in 6 months or a month or 2 months, I might feel different when I come back on YouTube. And then it'll be good to have a channel that's standing there with, you know, a decent amount of subscribers that I can live stream with instead of having to start it over again. And on the other hand, I play with the idea. I'm like, well, if I just scratch Flat Earth Focker off YouTube, then I just build up again organically. Like, you know, don't tell anybody I have a channel and just start it again and see what the universe does. Like, you know, see if it grows and just kind of leave it organic. And if I want to come back later, so many things to think about, right?
Definitely, man. I'm not thinking about leaving YouTube, but I've thought about going to you know, like the other places, D Live, some of the other places. I'm already signed up at some of those places, so I'm thinking about going to some of those places to you know, promote what we're doing here as far as the content that we provide, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's good for you. I mean, people are on D Live and these other platforms. They just suck balls. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy. I mean, YouTube's got a great platform other than their whole algorithms and they're suppressing the truth. I love how I can, go on there, just go like hit live. I love how I can speed up the play. I got the YouTube Premium subscription. I can watch videos, turn the screen off. I can speed up the playback to 1.25 or 1.5, depending on who's talking, and get through videos a little bit quicker. So as far as shifting over to D Live or any of these other platforms, I mean, I'm not down. I'm not going to do any of that. So I just don't like them. And it's all the same. I mean, D Live is asking me to log in with my YouTube account, like, you know. So
Yeah.
when I went on there and I wanted to comment on Brian Stavely or Marty Leeds, you know, it's like when I go in to log in, I log in with my fucking YouTube account. So they're linked. How does it log me in with my YouTube account? So it's obviously it's from the same beast. But it's good for the people that want to spread the truth. That it's good that you're looking at alternatives when YouTube does completely shut down the truth, right?
Yeah, because they're coming after us, man. I did a video with a friend of mine, Ruiz, video 127, and it got demonetized, man. And we didn't say anything about Flat Earth the whole video. All she did was her testimony, and the video. They're probably gonna take the video down, man. That's how bad it is, man. That's how many strikes I got on it. So Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy Benoit. I think he's the first time coming here, so I appreciate that. I just seen him pop up in the chat. I don't know if he says he don't know either of us, but he says he likes live streams, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, welcome, Jeremy.
Yeah, so it's like give him a shout out real quick. Shout out to everybody else in the chat. I know we got a few people in here still with us, so it's pretty cool, man. So leading on to that, you know, I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna try a couple live streams over there. I don't really have any followers over there, but I want to have a couple live streams over there and see how it goes, you know. as far as like D Live goes, but the good thing is for everybody out there, this is something I want to tell everybody is that you should have a backup anyway. And what's good for me is I have KBLP LLC, which is my radio station that was started, you know, almost 5 years ago. So I do have a backup plan as far if this goes away for us, and they're still open to letting us talk about the truth. You know what I mean? They're still open to the truth coming out. So it's pretty cool.
Seems that way. They're not censoring over there, so yeah.
Yeah, they haven't. They censor music for some oddball reason. Like we get hit really hard on music, but as far as everything else goes, everything is said over there on the station. You know, so it really helps out. So it's pretty cool. So we got slam free poetry in the house too. Thanks for being here. We got somebody else. I appreciate you being here with us. Do you think we live on a ball, Jeremy? Rick Swain hit up Jeremy and said, "Do you think we live on a ball?"
Yeah, well, probably not a flat earther. Probably just caught wind of our live stream and he showed up here. How many people are watching? How many people up right now?
I think we have 11 or 12 there when I was looking right now. There was 12, I think, right now. So last time we went on, we had almost 50 people because I was looking at it. I was checking the stats, and we had almost 50 people, but we had went on really earlier, remember?
Yeah, well, no, we went on earlier, but I made a video telling people to come over from my channel, and I don't know, I was just too lazy to do that today.
Yeah, I was hoping you were gonna make the video tonight to let people know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I was hoping, but I know you're a busy man out there. Yeah, it says 11. We got 11 live right now, but it's pretty cool, man. I know if we would have went on earlier, it would have been over 20 people, you know. Slam free poetry. It's flat. We know. Thank you, Slam Free Poetry. I appreciate it. So I talked to two different people in the last couple. I have a friend that's an airline pilot, right? So I brought up the Coriolis. I know we talk about the Coriolis. Rick Swain, I don't know where he's at. I haven't talked to him in a few days. We brought up the Coriolis effect.
Cartoon Ball went crazy is what happened to Cartoon Ball.
Oh shoot. So I talked to an airplane pilot and I asked, this is kind of funny, I mentioned this in the video before. I asked him about the Coriolis effect. This is a good friend of mine. I've known for like 20 years. And I said, what do you think of the Coriolis effect? And he was like, he kind of didn't know. And then I asked him, what do you do for the Coriolis effect? And he says, the plane adjusts for itself. And I'm like, you're an airplane pilot. Don't you fly the plane? You know what I mean? So, and I've always said, Lucas P. Bear, what's going on? Great to see you. I know he always catches me in the morning. So how do you feel about an airplane pilot not knowing about the Coriolis effect? And then I got one more thing I want to bring up too. So
I put a link in for the high impact vlogs video about the coronavirus.
Yeah, I just saw that. I'm going to check it out after we're done.
Yeah, so let me know your thoughts on that. Shit, I might have to sneeze. The Coriolis effect, you know, pilots are dumb as shit. They're just a bunch of NPCs, so
yeah,
they don't even know what the fuck they believe. The plane flies themselves. I mean, the fact that they don't open their eyes and they think they're on a spinning fucking rocketing space ball, it's just ridiculous that people can't even figure out, you know, that airline flights are impossible on a spinning globe Earth.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's the weirdest thing. It's actually 15 people. I looked at the thing. It's 15 people. But so I talked to an ex-military guy who just got out, and let me see. Never been high enough to see the curvature of the Earth. None of us have been high enough to see the curvature of the Earth. Jeremy,
there is no curvature. You should be able to see the curvature from ground level. That's what people don't understand. I was talking to a guy getting his pilot license today. I was having a 20-minute conversation with him, flat smacking him. And then this other guy that I flat smacked 2 days ago got all triggered and told us to shut up. And I'm like, we're having an intellectually stimulating conversation here. And you just come in here and go, oh, okay, end this conversation like a little fucking baby. And this is a guy I'm hanging out with and becoming friends, right? And that's another reason I'm like, Anyways, go on with your point, and we'll come back to what I was going to say. Remind me.
I kind of just forgot, but I was on a roll there for a second. Oh, I put your link.
A military guy.
Oh yeah, the military guy. Your link's on here for right. I put it up there, so check this out, guys. As soon as the video's over, everybody make sure to check out the link that Flat Earth Focker posted. It's a pretty good link and some great information on the Corona situation, guys. So hopefully you go to that and you check it out after we're done, not now. So we need you here now. But so an ex-military guy, I was just talking to him. I'm gonna have him on live. And I forgot the name. You know, when they dropped the missiles into the that's what he did in the service. I know what these are, but I forgot because it's been so long. But they dropped the missiles into the eider, or the machine. 8 inches square per mile. Rick, thank you for curvature. That's what it's supposed to be. But Focker, you know what I'm talking about with the missile. They dropped the missiles into the thing, and he says they go about 4 or 5 miles when they release. When they blast them off. So I asked him, "Wow, what do you do for the Coriolis effect?" And he said, "This is exactly what he said. This is a military guy. He said he did not know what the Coriolis effect was. A military guy." And I'm going to have him on the air. I said, "Would you be willing to go on the air and say that?" And he says, "Yes, he would." But here's one thing he said. He said there's 3 or 4 guys that have to run that firearm or whatever it's called. It's a missile launcher basically, but there's 4 or 5 guys who run it. And he says he's the guy that puts the missile into the rocket launcher or whatever it's called. And no clue what the Coriolis effect is. How do you feel about that? A military, somebody that's supposed to be protecting our life, and somebody who should know, it should be in the handbook about the Coriolis effect. Because I say that the Coriolis effect, sorry about that, fucker, but I say the Coriolis effect breaks. That's what breaks everything wide open. That's why there's a flat plane, because the Coriolis effect totally destroys the heliocentric model.
In what way?
If there's no Coriolis effect, we cannot adjust for it, then there's no curvature of the Earth, so it breaks the heliocentric model. There's no
motion of the Earth, right?
Yeah,
there's no motion.
While putting all that together,
so the fact that he hasn't heard about it and he's in the military means that it's bogus. It's just what they sell us on mainstream and the indoctrination system. So in reality, there is no Coriolis effect. There's a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, but I am going to have him live on the air, and he said he will say the same. I said, "Will you say the same thing that you just told me?" And he said he definitely will say the same thing. So I'm excited to get him on the air. Now I can't see. I took my glasses off. I'm trying to clean them real quick. I can't see nothing. Jeez. I'll put this up. 8 inches square per mile. Brother Rick Swain put it in the chat for us. I think you turned your mic off.
Yeah, the mic was off. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. And you sounded like you were going at it too.
No, I was just saying Rick Swain just put some hashtags in. Hashtag Dome Life, hashtag Firmament, and hashtag God's Footstool. And you put in hashtag FE Mainstream.
Yeah.
And hashtag We Do Not Consent. Hashtag I Do Not Consent.
Yeah, that's what we didn't put that one in yet, but we always put that hashtag in there. Rick Swain is the king of hashtags. That's why we're trying to get that hashtag to go live for us. There we go. Thank you. Focker put the "We do not consent" in it because we do not consent, and it's true. So we're almost at an hour, man, and everything.
Yeah, what I was gonna say.
What's that? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, this whole flat Earth thing, like this community that we're supposed to be building, and I didn't care if I alienated people in my family, like, in my life, and started losing friends because I've lost friends along the way when different I start getting different realizations in life or have different interests, and it's no big deal. People come into our life, people go. I thought, like, this flat earth community, like if we woke up to this globe lie and we have something in common here, that this community would be something special, a new way to live by people with a different way of thinking. But I don't see that coming to fruition, right? So it's kind of like, um, it's just like, so, I have to reconsider alienating people that I gotta get along with, because I honestly, like, you said off the air before we went live that you think that there's a lot of new people coming into the community, and I hear a lot of flat earthers say, oh, there's new people coming in, waking up all the time, and I'm gonna have to disagree with that, because you go out in the real fucking world, there's nobody fucking waking up. Who cares if there's a couple of thousand people come onto YouTube? It doesn't fucking matter, because nothing's happening in the real world. I had so many conversations with this week about flat earth with all these skydivers, and I met another skydiver that woke up like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's kind of like, so the two of us were flat smacking some people, and but ultimately, the people just come back with the same thing. I just want to be happy in life. I just want to be happy. I don't want to think of that. That just makes me angry if I think of it. And it's like they can't think about the globe being a lie. They can't accept the fucking lie. They're not programmed to understand the lie. So, if I'm going to live my life and, partake in different activities and hobbies and family situations, unfortunately, we're just going to have to, I feel we're going to have to hold this truth in our heart. And it's an individual journey. Unfortunately, I was I'll admit, I was delusional to think that something can come out of people that are waking up. Like 4 years ago, I thought, oh my God, like, this flat earth is going to grow. We're going to have something common here. We're going to change. We're going to have heaven on earth, but that's not friggin' happening. And so,
You there, man? You froze on me there. Ike Diaz live. We got Flat Earth Focker in the house. Give him a second. He might have to reload and come back in here. He was getting into a good conversation right there. Sometimes StreamYard kicks people out. Sometimes Ike Diaz live. This is FE Monday, number 33 vlog. FE Monday 33 vlog number 130. Crazy, huh? The numbers came out to 13 and 33. It's crazy. I had to get Focker on this one though, because he likes to come in on the 33 shows. So I had to get him on this one. So hopefully he could pop back in and finish his conversation and see where he's at. You back in?
yeah, was that me that was frozen, or was that
Yeah,
you?
it was frozen. I was sitting here talking to everybody. I talk a lot, so. But I know you were going into what you were saying, and we got a lot of people listening to what you were saying. So if you could finish up. That was the question I was trying to get into right now as we were going, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna give you kind of my side of my theory of what's going on too with it. So if you could finish with that, it'd be awesome.
What's the last thing I said before I froze up?
You were talking about how people are not waking up, how you thought it was going to be heaven on earth, and
okay,
bringing people together and coming into this whole community.
Yeah, and I realize that everything I've done the last 3 years is good for my personal growth and understanding, but it's more of a pipe dream, right? I think I need to accept the fact that I'm going to die a slave, and this world is changing, not for the better. And I'm going to call out people in the flat Earth community, like anybody and everybody, man. I think that people don't understand the seriousness or the gravity of the fucking situation. If the gravity is real, gravity just means like, I can't remember. I looked up the definition one time, but if flat earthers can't understand the gravity of the situation, then there is no hope for us. And it's just kind of like, all these NPCs are telling me that they don't care if the earth is round or flat or anything. They just want to enjoy their life. And a couple of years ago, I might have said that, well, how can we enjoy our lives if we're slaves? But ultimately, after all these years of, rather than just get frustrated and try, I realize like I can't wake up people like NPCs. That's why I call them NPCs, and that's why I say NPCs are real. But even more disheartening is a flat Earth community. So if the flat Earth community or the people who are woke, any truthers, are not going to come together and take a stand and show some sort of courage in the real world, not on online, not on this online bullshit. Like, if we're not gonna do something in the real fucking world, then there is no community, and there is no point to go on and to be on YouTube, because I'm not getting any satisfaction from well, I don't know about satisfaction, but I'm not seeing any results for being on YouTube in the real world, right? And that's just how I feel and where I'm at right now. So maybe I gotta step back into the and be a good little slave that just knows that I'm a slave. What's that sound?
Oh, the dang the bathroom. My son, I think my son just went in the bathroom. He turned it off.
You got a plumbing issue?
Nah, that noise thing, the air fan thing, whatever that is, it always makes a lot of noise. It always makes a lot of noise. So here's the thing that I've been experiencing, Focker, is the reason I think the FE movement, it's going to move forward regardless. So no matter what we do, it's happening. And the thing that I'm seeing, it's not just about the flat Earth, but there's people waking up. Not just the flat Earth, but they're waking up to the deception and the lies. And that's what's going to help them. So if we get those people who wake up to the deception and the lies, they'll come over to flat Earth eventually. You know what I mean? It's all about the first thing people got to go through is waking up to the deception and the lies. And that was the hardest part. And I talked to you about that before. I went into depression over this. I went into bad depression. And I wouldn't leave my house for a while because I was so upset about the lies that were going on, that were being fed to us, and I don't want to have that problem again. You know what I mean? I don't want to be going through that problem, man. It was terrible, and I think that helping people that are going through that, because people that are coming up and they're waking up, we have to kind of lead the way for them so they're not in that depression. Because I don't want to see people in depression over the deception and the lies, because that's what got me before flat Earth, and it tore me apart, man. I didn't talk to nobody. Like you said, I was alienated. I didn't have nobody. I didn't have no family to talk to. Nobody would understand me. I still have family members making fun of me when I post my FE movement stuff. I'm in a group with Carl. Carl, and it's awesome because everybody supports each other in that group. I'm in a lot of FE groups now. And it's a lot of support. It's a lot of people we know that are in these groups,
Yeah, but I went through the same thing for a month. Like, I was like depressed and, didn't know where the fuck I was. I couldn't talk to people when I realized I didn't live on a spinning ball. And it was good to find some kind of solace in the online, to know that there's other people that knew the deception. But here we are 4 years later. So I guess you are serving a purpose if you want to be there, like, a shoulder for someone to lean on, and as they wake up. But to me, it doesn't matter, man. It's 4 years fucking later, and the real world is not getting any better. It's getting fucking worse. The level of our rights being stripped away, the level of the deception goes on, and it affects us in every minute of I find it pretty much in our lives. Every avenue of our real world physical life is affected. So sure, if we want to come on, like, how many groups do we need? How many channels do we need? Like, I think it's fucking pathetic that people sit around in chat rooms from one chat room to the next chat room. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, some people I see in one chat to the next chat, like, that's pretty sad as human fucking beings that God created. That, okay, how long are you going to be a fucking baby for? It's like when you break up in a relationship and these people mope for years on years, or one of their loved one dies and they fucking still devastated 20 years later, man. That's not what God created. God didn't make us that weak and useless and pathetic that we need to be crawling around forever. That's why a baby crawls for 9 months to a year and then starts fucking walking and then stands on its own and starts, that's fucking life. You grow up in these fucking situations. But if we're going to stay on fucking YouTube like babies from chat room to chat room, then what's the point of it all? Okay? Somebody dies, your mom dies, your brother dies, your kid dies, whatever. Like, it's tragedy. But it's time to get the fuck up and move on with life. It's time to do God's fucking work. And I don't think sitting on YouTube, like, it serves its purpose. I 100% agree with you, right? It serves its purpose for this community to find identity with other people. But, I'm just disgusted. Maybe I'm lost and maybe I'm wrong. But I need to go search that out, because I don't see anything positive happening. And I think it's good. Like, people want to stay there. Good for them. Maybe their lives are better than it, but everybody complains. Everybody online says they understand this hardship that we go through and how this world's fucked up. Okay, time to fucking man up. Put your pants on. Get out of the kiddie pool. And let's go do something about it instead of being fucking cowards. And so still crying tears years later. Still looking for fucking comfort.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel, Ike Diaz. Like, everything's got a purpose. Like, all we need to do is mirror the fucking videos from 2015, 2016 if we want people to find the fucking information. You know what I mean? Eric DeBay's videos, ODD, Marty Leeds' Ultimate Litmus Test, Morgal's videos, Jaren's videos. That's all we need. That's what woke us all fucking up. You don't need like another video every fucking week talking about the fucking proofs. Just take those fucking videos. Every one of those people has given permission to fucking mirror them if we want to show someone. We don't need to be wasting this energy with more of that. And sure, it's good to have live streams like this, but most of these live streams are not fucking saying what I'm saying fucking right now. Nobody wants to take the next step and get out of the fucking kiddie pool. And I don't want to be in the kiddie pool anymore, whether anything I do in life. Like, I just don't. Maybe, I'm not like the biggest adventurist or thrill seeker. I jump out of airplanes and I like to do some things, but there's some fucking crazy ass people out here base jumping and proximity flying and all this shit and risking their lives, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. But, whatever we do, we should progress it to the next fucking level. Sit around and talking about the same fucking shit to the same people, the same choir preaching the same shit. That's what happens in churches. You sit around and you fucking preach the same shit to the same fucking people, and they do nothing with their lives with that information. It's all about our lives and how what is gonna be different in our fucking lives. And sitting on YouTube all fucking day long, going from live stream to live stream, that's fucking pathetic. Sorry to say anybody here that does that. I
was like that. I was like that. I if you notice the last month or two, I haven't been to a lot of live streams lately because it's a lot of repetitive information and we've heard it all. And but I think that it's good that they're doing it because, like I said, I still think new people are coming in. I know you feel differently, but I still think new people are going in. So that repetitive information needs to keep coming out.
Yeah, but who cares about the fucking new people? There is a purpose for that. But where are the people taking it to the next step is my fucking point. Everybody's doing the same fucking shit, catering to the 0.01%. Like, why is everybody catering to the same fucking shit? Like, what about the other fucking 99.99%? What are we going to do to take it to the next fucking level? That's all I'm saying. It does serve a fucking purpose, but You got to think bigger, man. We got to think bigger, Ike Diaz.
You're right, man.
You know, and yeah, like I was gonna say, I'll have my phone on. I don't watch a lot of videos, but let's just say sometimes I'm like, I want to listen to something. So if I'm not listening to music in my car, I don't at least listen to music unless I'm in my car. I got the satellite radio, right? No commercial. So I listen to 80s music, which is what I grew up on, and it makes me feel
That's
good.
what I
Brings me
listen
back
to.
to my youth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It brings back to my youth and makes me feel better listening to a lot of this music. But like sometimes if I'm sitting around and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to turn on the TV. I'll put on my phone and see what's recommended to me. I don't go search out channels. So if YouTube's not recommending it to me, it recommends me a few channels that I watch. So I'll just hit, oh, that looks interesting. I'll hit play and have it in the background. You know what I mean? As I'm doing something else. Um, so that's kind of like the entertainment, or as I go to bed, or if I'm, brushing my teeth or getting ready in the morning, I might just set the phone down and listen to something that is on my feed. Um, so we can still do that, but I'm talking about the same shit, the same people, the same choir talking about the same shit for maybe one person that might have come in, but we never see that new person coming in because that new person coming into our chat room has already been woke for 3 years, but they just heard about us now. It's a fucking ego thing. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean. We think
I
there's
do
new people
understand
coming
you,
in.
but yeah.
We think there's new people coming in because we see a new name in our fucking chat or in our comments. That person's not fucking new. They woke up 2 fucking years. They're just new to us. They just discovered us. There's nobody that's like, I woke up last week and I'm so glad you're here for me. That's not how it fucking works realistically, bro. It's not. I see zero evidence of that. You got Jeremy Benoit who just found this live stream. Is he gonna wake up to the flat Earth truth? Is he gonna go? Is he gonna investigate the globe lie? Is he gonna look into the Sandy hoax or all of this kind of stuff? Is he gonna accept that coronavirus might be a hoax, that the Super Bowl is scripted, and that Hollywood and the music industry is all fucking satanic and pedophiles? Is he gonna go look into that? Who knows? Maybe he's just on YouTube for entertainment. So I don't know, man. It's all the same fucking people here. All these names here. There's people who know it's flat and are just looking to kill some time.
The other
Sorry,
thing the other
sorry for
thing
that,
is you know 5 years ago, if RFB would have went on, he probably would have had a couple hundred listeners during the Super Bowl. RFB went on during the Super Bowl yesterday, had 4,000 listeners, man. So that's why I think that there's an awakening happening, whether it's awakening to the FE movement or awakening to the deception, man. He really had almost 4,000 listeners last night, and it was during the Super Bowl that he was on, man. So I don't know if you got to see that, but I was pretty amazed by that. He had that Corvette on there. They did a live stream. Jim Corvette or Rick Swain. Do you remember what the guy's name was? I've watched him a couple times. He's actually not in the FE community. He's not in the FE community, but he's awake to all the deception and the lies, and he knows all about that. I seen this video where he talked about flat Earth, and he said that the Earth wasn't flat, but he is awake. The Corvette Report is what it's called, but I can't remember what his actual name is. I may even be saying that wrong. But almost 4,000 people, man, during the Super Bowl, man. And I'm saying 4 years ago, that would have never happened. It really wouldn't have. Because I was watching RFB 5 years ago. And I don't think anybody...
Yeah, but his channel went from 30,000 people 4 years ago to like 500,000 people or whatever he's got.
Yeah.
So, 4 years ago, I remember when he had 20,000 subscribers, dude.
Yeah.
2016, summer of 2016. The dude had 20,000 subscribers, dude.
That's I jumped in around 50, 60. He was around 50, 60,000, if I remember correctly, when I jumped in. I don't
Yeah.
remember 20,000, but I was there around 50 to 60,000 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but Richie from Boston's frustrated too because people aren't fucking doing anything either.
Yeah,
Got
he
half a
gets
million,
upset.
and he calls everybody out because nobody's fucking doing anything in the real world about it. So he's frustrated too about it. He doesn't see any tangible results. He's just pointing out what's wrong with the world, and people are there listening to him. But it's the same story. They're just listening to him. So that's why I've been watching some of these. I'm getting feeds for like these First Amendment auditors. These guys are actually doing something, man. They're confronting the fucking police on their tyranny and their criminal actions. These are like, I think these guys are doing an amazing job. Like, I mean, sure, they need to hone their skills and get better each time they go out there and do this, because a lot of times, like, they got to go back and watch what they said or did wrong and improve the next time they're out there. But I just like the fact that there's hundreds of these guys out there in all these small towns and cities across America, and now starting in Canada, that are fucking risking going to jail by confronting the fucking criminals. And that's what we need to do, because if the police can stop being criminals, then all these laws that infringe on our rights will have no effect on us. So all these idiots that get a fucking baton and pepper spray and guns and training to hurt us, that are enforcing these rules, and they need to be exposed for the fucking criminals that they are. Right? I don't care if we live on a fucking globe or not. That's the fucking problem with this world, and that's what's affecting our lives. Is these cockroaches, order followers, immoral pieces of crap that are doing the bidding for their overlords for a paycheck. And they need to be exposed, and we all need to do that. Everybody, like 500,000 of Richie's subscribers, who are probably subscribed to everybody else's channels, right? Most of them just subscribe to him.
Yeah.
So I see how you see the positive in what's happening, but I see a more realistic. I just don't look at the fact there's 4,000 people and think that there's a win for us. You got to look at it from multiple fucking angles and be like, well, yeah, it's obvious. 50,000 people to 500,000 subscribers or whatever he's got. Obviously, he's going to have 8 times the amount of viewers that he used to have, 10 times the amount of viewers he had at that point, because he's got 10,000 more subscribers.
If everybody saw that was orange in that cup.
Orange 33, you
I know.
I
know. And we're on the 33 show with the 130th, which is 13. We did it all in one night, man. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy we hit these numbers. But I waited for you on this one. I
appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on 33. Before we wrap it up, this chat's pretty silent. I know there's only 11 people here, but is there any comments from the chat? Any questions before we wrap it up here? I want to get up in like 6 hours.
I think we shocked everybody by coming on like at a weird hour. I should have put a promo out too. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, no. I'm just talking about the people that are here right now. If they got anything to say, any comments or not.
People, anybody got anything real quick before so we could wrap this up, put a cap on this and get out of here. Ike Diaz live with the amazing, with the famous Flat Earth Focker.
Oh, stop it.
Come on, guy. We got 11 people here and nobody wants to say nothing. Come on. Brother Rick Swain, I know you got something for me. Let me see who else. Jeremy Benoit, you still in the house? Lucas P, you still around? I think it's his bedtime because I know morning time for him is different or something, or it's late over there or something. Amber, you still around? Ask a question. Let's see. Everybody's being real silent tonight. What's going on with that? Brother Rick Swain, he posted a thank you, Brother Rick Swain. Oh, Focker, watch this. What is it? What is it, Rick Swain?
It looks like a First Amendment auditor video. I just clicked on it.
I have the person who's been doing the live streams with us. She said she was watching a lot of those first auditor videos too. I'm not too hip to them yet, so I'm gonna have to check them out. I don't know too much about them. I understand what it's for, but I'm gonna have to just look into it a little bit because as far as YouTube goes, I'm not there on that. I'm not on that level yet with that, but I will be. But let's cap this off. Let's get out of here. I really appreciate it, Focker, man. This is amazing, man. It's great to have you on again on Ike Diaz Live, the place to be, the party place when we're not tired. I know you're tired. I'm wiped out. But give us some last words for everybody, and maybe a positive direction, maybe that we can look into. If it's negative, it's cool, but give everybody that's still here and people who everybody listens to me later. I get tons of listeners later, so give everybody a message that.
Are you saying my message is negative? What I just said?
No. You had a great message, but the message is great, but it's because people actually do need to get out and get off their butt and do things about this. But let's send a message out to everybody that
just think more. Like, it's like, just think of what our situation and why we do it. What are we going to do with this information? Like, what's the purpose? Like, think of an objective, like, for our lives. Like, you got all these Bible people that just like, oh, Christ is going to save us. And, all this, whatever they want to believe in. But like, there has to maybe, I'm just saying, what's the objective? Like, what's the purpose of it all? Think about this. Think about it, the predicament, us being frogs in boiling water. And, so that's it. Like, think more instead of mindlessly just being on YouTube, right? That's all I can say. Put some thought into the why and the what and what's next, and not just wait for somebody else to do it, right? We're all sitting back and being spectators, and put on the pants, man. That's all I'm saying. Get your chest up proud, and walk out there. And it could be subtle. Like, what are you afraid of? Like, buy a flat Earth T-shirt. Buy something. Make more posts on your personal Facebook page. I don't know. Whatever it is. Put a sticker on your car. Anything. Go leave some secret flyers. Order some fucking cards and leave some flyers and cards in the grocery store or wherever you go, picking up your pizza, in the gas station. Just do a little bit more than just being on YouTube. That's all I got to say.
Have you seen my new t-shirts?
Your t-shirt? No, I haven't.
Yeah, it says Ike D is live, and on the back it says #FE is mainstream, man.
Wow.
They're pretty cool, man. I can't wait I'll send you one out, man. Just tell me what size you got, and I'll send you one out. What you got? Let me see. Welcome to the one side of the wall. That's like Pink Floyd, huh? Right?
I guess so, but it's the whole mocking Donald Trump and his fucking wall down here in Mexico.
Okay. I get it now.
One side of the wall.
My bad.
That's a skydiving video T-shirt that I got for this event that I came down for, and I was like, sweet. I love that shirt. I want to, wear that in Seattle and trigger all the fucking libtards.
So I don't know if you heard, but I'm doing something called Withdrawal Wednesday. And it's about getting off electronics for the whole day. So Nice. It's pretty interesting. So I try to challenge everybody that listens to the live streams. Try it. It doesn't. You don't have to do it on Wednesday, but just try to get away from electronics. You might have to start out. I just went cold turkey electronics. So, but if you are, get away from YouTube, get away from Facebook, get away from the TV or radio if you listen to it, get away from anything electronics, pick up the books, go out and sit out and talk to your neighbors. That's what Withdrawal Wednesdays is about. And I've already did 3 weeks. I'll be on my 4th week this week, so I'm pretty excited, man. I want to add 2 days to it, man. I believe in it, man. And I think that it's a good thing. And I challenge everybody out there to go to do it. To try it out, even if it don't work for you the first time, try it again. It don't hurt to keep trying till it works right. Don't get me wrong. I reached for my phone several times. It's crazy during Withdrawal Wednesdays, but it's something that I think a lot of people need. and hopefully a lot of people who listen to this later. It's weird how live streams get so many listeners later. Have you noticed that, Focker? What do you think about those numbers like that before we go?
Well, people aren't always around when we go live, right? Especially last minute like this, right?
Yeah.
So people are busy or they're not getting the notifications right away. So people will come back and check in later.
Yeah, well, I do a lot when sometimes I'm working, I get home late and I'll see you went on and I'll go back, I'll listen to it, leave a real quick comment, hey, Focker, or how's it going, you know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying, There's a small group of people I listen to now. I had a wide group and I really had to cut back because of kind of the stuff you said earlier. So I understood you right away when you were talking about that because I actually already started to cut back, you know what I mean? But I still support everybody in the FE community. There's a lot of stuff going around that's crazy. If somebody wants to talk to me about it, they can call me directly. Everybody has my number. I'm not afraid to get my number out. Everybody got my name, everything. You can look me up, whatever, so I'm not worried about anything. But what I don't like is all the distraction of all the arguments and all he say, this say, whatever, all that stuff, getting in the little rooms, and it reminds me of junior high school. You know what I mean?
Who's that?
No, I'm just saying all the stuff that's going around. I know you got upset a little bit with some of the people in Flat Earth, and some of the stuff just reminds me of being in junior high school is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that's going on, and I'm trying to stay out of that. I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be in those chat rooms or whatever is going on. You know what I mean? Like, when I talk to people on here, I respect them. I try to be, I'm forward with everybody about everything, and I hope that everybody understands my mission with all this. The direction I'm going. So that's about it for me tonight. Focker, you got anything to add? I'll do our Ike Diaz live, Focker.
You got that radio voice in you, eh? Just.
I think a lot of people only listen to the Ike Diaz live part and then they tune out, dude, because that's all they want to hear. Yeah, so drop one more good one on us and let's get out of here because I'm tired, man. But thank you, Focker. Thank you, Focker.
Well,
I really appreciate it, bro.
Thanks for having me on. It was good to come back from my sabbatical to be doing a live stream on YouTube with you. So that's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't think I might mirror this on my channel, see how it goes. I think the chat went pretty good. So if I get around to it, I'll mirror it on my channel as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. If you do that, man, I think a lot of people will like it. All right, man. I'll end this here real quick. Thank you, Focker. Flat Earth Focker in the house. Ike Diaz live with my co-host, Flat Earth Focker. We doing it big. We putting it down. This is the place to be, the party place. Have fun. Look at Flat Earth Focker. He is so funny. Shout out to Brother Rick Swain for staying here the whole time with us, man. You're so cool, man. He said it's all about the he said, she said, boo. I know.
See, I'm taking back the all-seeing eye and the 666. Like, fuck that. I'm taking it back. That's what I'm doing.
I know you're making fun of it, so I'm not. Everybody else.
I'm taking it back. I'm not making fun of it. I'm taking it back. 666 is a good number. It's the number of man. If you guys haven't listened to Marty Leeds talk about the 666, then you gotta. And the all-seeing eye, like, he's breaking the shit down. That's one of the few channels that I go to get some friggin' knowledge, actually, of this world that I'm in, right? So I spent all these years afraid of 666, and then I got afraid of 33 and shit. But 33 is a fucking good number, and so is 666, and so is the all-seeing eye of God. It's all good shit that we're fucking programmed. Those of us that start waking up and looking at this deception, we're actually afraid of something that's actually good.
Fucker, you always break it down, man. You always bring it together, man. You always take the information and boom, flat out to everybody. That's why the earth is flat. All right, man. Let's get out of here. I'm wiped out, man. I know you're up late, and I really wanted to do this earlier. I just got home late, man. I was trying to get us on. And then I was going to let you know earlier this weekend, but my whole weekend was gone. It was crazy. But this is it for the end of the night. Ike Diaz live with my co-host tonight, Flat Earth Focker, and I hope to have him back soon again because it's always a great time. It's always a pleasure to have you, man. And let's get out of here for the evening, man. Thank you, Focker.
You're welcome.
Later, bro.